Ladies and gentlemen, mental strength is not just the ability to push through challenges. It is the mastery of the mind's greatest tools: resilience, self-control, and the ability to learn from failure. Becoming mentally strong is a lifelong journey, a craft that requires consistent nurturing, discipline, and the courage to face one's inner battles. As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This quote encapsulates the essence of mental fortitude. Our strength does not come from controlling what happens to us, but how we respond to it. Oh, understand the secret of mental strength. We must first look within. Mental toughness is cultivated when we embrace adversity as a catalyst for growth. Challenges are not stumbling blocks, but stepping stones towards self-mastery. As Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust, reminds us, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. True strength is not avoiding pain, but transforming it into a source of power. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to believe that our value lies in our accomplishments. We are praised for good grades, rewarded for exceptional performance in sports or extracurricular activities, and encouraged to strive for more. While there is nothing inherently wrong with ambition or the pursuit of excellence, the danger arises when we start to equate our self-worth with these external markers of success. When we internalize the idea that we must continually prove ourselves to be worthy of love, respect, or happiness, we embark on an endless and exhausting pursuit of validation. This need for validation manifests in various ways. Some of us may constantly seek the approval of others, tailoring our behavior to meet the expectations of friends, family, or society at large. Others may set impossibly high standards for themselves, believing that only by achieving the next big thing, whether it's a promotion at work, a degree from a prestigious institution, or a certain level of financial success, will they finally feel enough. Yet, as anyone who has reached such milestones can attest, the satisfaction is often fleeting. No sooner do we achieve one goal than we set our sights on the next, perpetuating the cycle of inadequacy. The truth is, external achievements can never fill the internal void that is created by self-doubt. No amount of success, recognition, or material wealth can make you feel enough if, at your core, you do not believe in your own worth. This is why it is crucial to shift the focus from external validation to internal acceptance. Acting as though you are enough begins with recognizing that your value is not contingent on what you do or what you have, but on who you are. You are enough simply because you exist. This does not mean that you should abandon your goals or cease striving for personal growth. On the contrary, acting as though you are enough allows you to pursue your ambitions from a place of abundance rather than lack. When you operate from a mindset of inadequacy, you are driven by fear, the fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of judgment. But when you believe in your intrinsic worth, you are motivated by love, the love of learning, the love of self-expression, the love of contribution. In this state, your goals become an extension of your authentic self, rather than a means of proving your worth to the world. Moreover, when you act as though you are enough, you give yourself permission to embrace your imperfections. No one is flawless, and yet we often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, berating ourselves for every mistake or shortcoming. But to be human is to be imperfect. Our flaws are part of what makes us unique, and they do not diminish our worth. In fact, it is often through our challenges and struggles that we grow the most. When you accept yourself as you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, you create the space for true self-compassion and self-love. This shift in perspective also has a profound impact on your relationships with others. When you believe that you are enough, you no longer feel the need to seek approval or validation from those around you. You can approach relationships from a place of authenticity, free from the need to impress or please others. This allows for deeper, more meaningful connections, as you are able to show up as your true self rather than the version of yourself that you think others want to see. Furthermore, when you act as though you are enough, you inspire others to do the same. We live in a society that often encourages competition and comparison, leading many of us to feel as though we must constantly measure ourselves against others. But when you embrace your own worth, you become a beacon of self-acceptance for those around you. You show others that it is possible to live with confidence and authenticity, and in doing so, you create a ripple effect of self-love and empowerment. Of course, acting as though you are enough is not always easy. It requires unlearning years of conditioning and challenging deeply ingrained beliefs about self-worth. It may involve confronting painful memories or experiences that have contributed to your feelings of inadequacy. But the journey towards self-acceptance is one of the most rewarding paths you can take. It is a journey that leads to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment in every aspect of your life. One practical step you can take toward acting as though you are enough is to practice self-affirmation. This involves consciously reminding yourself of your inherent worth, even in moments of doubt or insecurity. For example, when you find yourself criticizing your appearance, your abilities, or your achievements, pause and remind yourself that you are enough just as you are. This simple act of self-compassion can help to rewire your brain, gradually replacing negative self-talk with positive, affirming beliefs. Another powerful tool in cultivating the belief that you are enough is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment or attachment to outcomes. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without letting them define you. This can be incredibly liberating, as it allows you to detach from the stories you tell yourself about not being enough. By staying present and accepting yourself in each moment, you can begin to break free from the cycle of self-criticism and embrace a more peaceful and accepting way of being. It is also important to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The people we spend time with have a significant impact on how we view ourselves. If you are constantly surrounded by individuals who reinforce the idea that you are not enough, whether through criticism, comparison, or unrealistic expectations, it can be difficult to break free from those beliefs. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who accept and appreciate you for who you are, it becomes easier to internalize the belief that you are enough. Another powerful tool in cultivating the belief that you are enough is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment or attachment to outcomes. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without letting them define you. This can be incredibly liberating, as it allows you to detach from the stories you tell yourself about not being enough. By staying present and accepting yourself in each moment, you can begin to break free from the cycle of self-criticism and embrace a more peaceful and accepting way of being. It is also important to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The people we spend time with have a significant impact on how we view ourselves. If you are constantly surrounded by individuals who reinforce the idea that you are not enough, whether through criticism, comparison, or unrealistic expectations, it can be difficult to break free from those beliefs. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who accept and appreciate you for who you are, it becomes easier to internalize the belief that you are enough. Seek out relationships that are based on mutual respect, love, and support, and let go of those that are rooted in judgment or negativity. In addition to cultivating supportive relationships, it is essential to set healthy boundaries. Many of us fall into the trap of overcommitting or saying yes to things that do not align with our values or priorities out of a desire to please others or prove our worth. But when you act as though you are enough, you recognize that your time and energy are valuable, and you become more discerning about how you spend them. Setting boundaries is not selfish, it is an act of self-respect. By prioritizing your own well-being, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of care and attention. Ultimately, acting as though you are enough is about embracing your authenticity. It is about showing up in the world as the fullest expression of yourself without the need to hide, shrink, or conform. It is about recognizing that you are deserving of love, respect, and happiness simply because you exist. And it is about giving yourself permission to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to grow at your own pace. When you act as though you are enough, you step into a place of empowerment. You no longer seek validation from external sources because you know that your worth comes from within. You are free to pursue your passions, to take risks, and to live boldly because you trust in your own capabilities. And most importantly, you are able to cultivate a deep sense of peace and contentment, knowing that you are enough. Just as you are. In conclusion, the journey towards self-acceptance is not always easy, but it is one of the most important journeys you will ever take. By acting as though you. Thank you.